Hi guys, Michael McManus here with Drum & Ranch, making a tutorial on how to use a sheepherding whistle. If you've never seen one of these or ever heard of one, it's a whistle used to give commands to a herding dog when they're herding sheep. It's also starting to be used in Tribal, which is a brand new sport from Germany. Before I show you the specifics of how to use the whistle, let's talk for a minute on why we would use a whistle. There are a few reasons, aside from the fact that it's just really cool. One of the main reasons, and probably the original reason that herders used the whistle, was because when you're working sheep in a large area like this field I'm in, the sheep could be all the way down that field, and you have to find a way to communicate to that dog when it could be raining, the wind could be coming towards you, so your voice isn't going to carry far enough. So a whistle is a way to cut through all of that and reach your dog at varying distances. A couple other reasons that are really good reasons to teach your dog to use a whistle, and this reason goes for any kind of new cue. It could be a clicker, it could be a flashlight, it could be anything, is that you have an opportunity. If you're at home with your dog all the time, you're talking all the time, and your dog is processing, because they're smart animals. They're learning which words are meaningful, which are not. With a whistle, you have a unique opportunity to give your dog something that always means something. It's always consistent. It's not something you're going to waste. You're not going to tell your friends to get a seat or sit down, and your dog's not going to think, oh, was that meant for me or the guest coming into the door, or something like that. The whistle, you can make it really powerful to your dog, have a really special meaning, always be really consistent with it, and you can start that with a whistle. Another reason is because it takes all the emotion out of a command. Dogs are really attentive to us, and they can tell when we're upset with them or a little frustrated. It doesn't even have to be mad. You don't have to be yelling at your dog, but if your dog does something wrong and you have a slight hint of disappointment in your voice, that can really affect a sensitive dog. So the whistle takes all of that out. It's just a command. That's all it is. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean good job. It doesn't mean bad job. It's just, this is the command I asked you to do. So those reasons make it a very great tool. Now, let's talk about how the whistle works. So I'll post a link down in the below where you can get your own sheep herding whistles. And this is just going to be a tutorial on how to make the sound. Not all herding whistles look like this. This is, I guess, a fancier one. They make normal little plastic ones that you can buy. Those work great. So your first goal with the whistle is going to make a squeak. So first, you have to know how to put it in your mouth. This ridge up here, your tongue is going to go there. Then you're going to put the whistle in your mouth, but not all the way in. Not quite that far. You want some of the whistle to be sticking out of your mouth. It's very difficult to talk and have a whistle in your mouth at the same time. So you're going to put your tongue up against that, and that's going to divide your mouth into two halves, an upper half and a lower half. And based on the pressure you put on it with your tongue and how you move it around with your lips, you're going to be able to change the tone. So it'll probably, unless you may have experience with some woodwind instruments like flutes and clarinets, so this may come a little easier to you, but give it time. It may be a couple of hours before you even can make a squeak. Just put your tongue on it, put it in your mouth, and blow. Blow gently. You don't want to overcompensate because you're not getting a sound by blowing too hard. Blowing too hard will make it actually more difficult. And while you may feel like you're getting a sound, the sound you're creating may not be the sound you actually want to create. And you'll never have the control you need. So practice blowing softly and trying to get just a little squeak out. After you're starting to get a little squeak, and it won't sound quite as clear as that, after you get that one squeak out, start practicing more and more. And don't keep it in your mouth. Once you get a squeak, take it out, put it back in. And you'll be really annoyed at that because it'll make you unable to make the squeak again. and you'll have to start all the way over from the beginning. But that's how your muscles will learn where to put the whistle in your mouth and how to blow. So, after you make the squeak, I want you to play songs and annoy the crap out of all of your friends. Play it. One of the best places to play it is in the car while you're driving, because then a lot of people won't be telling you to shut up. So you can play simple songs like or you can play more complicated songs like play as many songs as you can. Really develop your consistency. You don't want to start giving your dog commands on a whistle until you are producing the commands consistently. After you get the consistency down, you can put the whistle in your mouth and basically make any sound you can think of come out of that whistle. Then you're ready to move on to the next tutorial, which will be using the whistle to make commands for tri-ball. Thank you very much. Comment and subscribe and like this video. That would help me out a bunch. And share it with your friends who are maybe into dog training and just learning how to use a sheepherding whistle. Okay, bye.